Okay. Namaskar, a very good evening and salam. This is Dr. Minha Rajput Ray, and I'd like to welcome with a very warm heart. This is Manjulika Singh. Manjulika ji, aapka bahut swagat hai. This is the Indian Women Wellness series, which is called Aapki Padosan, Your Neighbor, Heart to Heart Chat. We have had a wonderful audience here, some familiar faces and some new faces. And I would like to say that it's my great pleasure to introduce Manjulika ji because she's number one in Scotland, which is obviously where I'm based as well. Plus, Manjulika ji also last month hosted me onto her award-winning show, which is called Awaz Radio FM 107.2, where she's a presenter of Aajkal with Manjulika. I also have to say this, and this is hot off the press. Manjulika ji has awarded the Amazing Women's Award 2020 for Community Hero from Northern Ireland and Scotland. And this has come through today itself. And this is an amazing award. She's one of a select group of ladies who have been recognized for their contributions. And, to continue with this, I first of all have to say, can we all give Manjulika ji a round of applause? I can see this happening virtually on the cameras that we can see. Thank you. Thank you. Manjulika ji also received an MBE for her services to yoga. She's a very well established yoga teacher and does it absolutely from the heart. Started the first yoga classes, especially for people in underprivileged communities in Glasgow many years ago. And the MBE was therefore for services to yoga, health and community cohesion. She's the president of the Scottish Indian Culture and Festival Committee. She's also an executive community member of the Hindu Mandir, bringing together, traditions, keeping those alive, which is so important for our future generations. She's the chair of the Ethnic Minority Forum, has been press secretary for various Indian organizations. And, we're so happy, delighted, and inspired to have you on our program. Manjulika ji, once again, aapka bahut, and over to you.
First of all, thank you. Thank you very much, Minha, Dr. Minha, for giving me such a beautiful introduction. It's so nice of you. Nice seeing everyone here, familiar faces and new faces today joining in. And because it's a Friday, I'm going to keep it light, easy, and really not too serious topic today. So that was the whole point, having to feel good and look good. That's really important in life, that if we look good, we feel good. Have you ever noticed? जब भी हम लोग जो हैं अच्छे कपड़े पहनते हैं तो we feel good. होता है ना? होता है ना? और जब भी हम कपड़े नहीं बदलेंगे, बिस्तर में से उठाएंगे, we don't want to, can't be bothered seeing the weather is not good, and then you don't want to change your clothes. But the minute we get up and we thought, okay, we are going to change our clothes, and we change. So it's really important how things change according to our mood. And we are responsible for our own mood, how we change our mood. And there are lots of various things that we can change our mood. Especially, I feel really strongly about it. जिस दिन भी आपका ज़्यादा mood अच्छा नहीं हो ना, जरूर सजो धजो आप, तैयार हो जाओ. Yes, and see the difference. Wear your best clothes and you will feel great. That's really guaranteed. तो मैं यही कहूँगी सबसे पहले कि जो है, we can feel good and look good if we are mentally happy, if we are physically healthy and spiritually healthy. That's what it makes a big difference. So they all are linked to each other, which is really important in our life, that these things are important and we look after each aspect because they're interlinked. So the main thing is, and because they are interlinked, so as we are talking about mental health now, how we can sort out our mental health, how we can sort out our physical health, how we can sort out our spiritual health, which is really, really important. So I think the main thing for mental health is thinking really, really positive. Sometimes saying is very easy, Hannah. It's very easy. Oh, think positive. But how can we think positive if you're really not feeling that great, isn't it? So it is really linked with your breathing, how we breathe and how we meditate, how we actually focus within ourselves. So these things are linked with each other. So think positive. Keep away from negative people and negative thinking people. That actually is very important for us. And especially if you are prone to that, we have to be careful. So surround ourselves with the people who are like-minded, who are really happy-going, outgoing, laughing, chatting. And I think that's really important. Company of people is very important. What you keep, what kind of people you have a company. I think don't get trapped into the negativity. That's very important again, because what happens sometimes, something is bothering us and we know this bothers us. When we know that it bothers us, then we should be aware of it so that we don't go into the trap of it. When it starts coming near you, just say, I don't want you, stay there. This is for not for me. So that's you have to do a talking to yourself, because we know ourselves the best. So remember that. So if you know something bothers you, somebody annoys you, think about it. And that's very important. And do things what pleases you. That's really important. क्या आपको पसंद है really? वो ही करो आप. ये मत सोचो कौन क्या कह रहा है. That is very important. Do things what you really enjoy doing. Your hobbies, whatever hobby it can be, sewing, knitting, walking, going to cinema, having games, going to comedy show, reading good books. I think that's what matters. What makes you really happy? Do those things. Don't wait that, okay, I should not do that. Think about yourself, because your happiness is really important. Once we are happy within ourselves, and it shows in our body and our mind and our looks, is really important. और क्या कर सकते हैं हम? अच्छा, look into the tough issues. वो सबके जिंदगी में आते हैं. Tough issues are always there. It's like सुबह शाम, या मैं कहेंगी बादल आए और गए. तो दुख तो आते रहते हैं, जाते रहते हैं. और हम जो हैं जब जानते हैं कि दुख आए भी हैं तो जाएंगे भी. And if you can deal with these issues which has come to your life, the tough issue has come to your life, and if you can deal with it, give it a good go. Yes, do your best, 100%, give everything. And if you know you have tried your best and you can't do more than this, or there is no solution to it, then the best thing is let it go, accept it. Acceptance is the biggest thing in our life, which we do not do it. We keep hanging on, and not letting it go, and we suffer within ourselves. So that's really important to let go. If things are not in our control, it is in somebody else's control. We have no choice. Okay, that's really important. और क्या कर सकते हैं हम? And I think it's important thing is just, this is the best way for a check on your mental health, which is so important. Spiritual health, Hanji. Spiritual health is really, again, very important issue for us. It doesn't have to be like you have to be really going to mandir or any. If you can go, that's very good. Yes, especially in COVID times, तो वैसे ही नहीं जा सकते. मगर अगर आप जो है spiritually अपने आप को sound रखें और ठीक रखें, तो that really affects us, and it really leads to our emotional health. And it's important that we are peaceful within ourselves, with our own skin. We need to look after ourselves. That's really important. So how we can be spiritually healthy is we can be with meditation. So meditation we can do, especially when you are sitting, lying, walking. So there's so many ways of doing meditation, especially when you're not feeling very well or very low, when you are really having chronic issues, chronic pains, we can do meditation. It really helps. It has proven being mindful of yourself is very, very important. So all these really factors matter to us. So it's really important if you feel, and if you're prone to your thing of, you feel very unhappy, agitated, I think it's good to join some meditation classes or just do meditation. Once you learn how to do it, you can do it yourself. You can practice yourself, and you will start reaping the benefits really, really soon. And again, meditation is such a thing. It's just not, I think it's just sitting in one quiet place and focusing on your breath. Just not to have fluctuation in your breath. That's what matters, is just focusing. And it's not just giving yourself, just relaxing, and just, it's just as yesterday Swamiji was saying, meditation is so important, and you can do anywhere once you learn how to do it. Focusing your mind on your breath is the quickest and easiest way of doing meditation. You can have a guided meditation, you can have so many kinds, but the thing is, the easiest way is the one. और क्या कर सकते हैं हम अपने आप को खुश रखने के लिए, balanced रखने के लिए अपने mind को? We can do is pranayam. Pranayam is especially pranayam, which has no contraindication as Anulom Vilom, and it has loads of benefits. Alternative nostril breathing, which is wonderful. And again, it keeps us calm, it keeps us relaxed. It's really good for high and low blood pressure. It's really gives us balancing our body temperature. It regulates our as I said, body temperature. It balances our energies into our body. Is very, very powerful. Pranayam. So if you have to choose one pranayam, Anulom Vilom, alternative nostril breathing, is the best one to do it without any contraindications, and it has lots of benefits. So other thing is, it really helps in depression, anxiety, good for sleep, and you name it, it's so many benefits. And so if you spend even few minutes in meditation, you don't have to have few hours of meditation, and you can have Anulom Vilom for 5-10 minutes. You'll feel great. Even 5-10 minutes, if you sit in the morning or lie down in your bed and do it, or just standing, you can still achieve the benefit. And energy, what we need is energy to feel good and look good. Is that energy which is missing. We feel lethargic, and we feel really terrible when we are feeling low energy. So gaining quick energy, this is the right way of doing things. Yes. So I would say is once you are in calm and relaxed, and that shows actually on your face and your body. Once you're calm, you can see so calm face and relaxed face. So there is no wrinkles around, isn't it, on your face or your neck and all that. So it's really, really nice. And this reduces the stress. When we have no stress, I think, which is really, once we achieve that, we have less of the chronic diseases. As Dr. Minha will say, half of our issues in life are actually because we are stressed. And because of stress, we'll get chronic diseases like high blood pressure, heart disease, diabetes. All these things are linked to each other. And we can't sleep in the night. Because we can't sleep in the night, we have renewing of the cells are difficult, and it's not good to recover and renew our body cells, which is so important. I think, and the thing is, energy is everything. Everything is energy. We need to have energy to do everything in life. Getting out of the bed, we need energy, isn't it? So we have to store our energies and put it into the good use. That's really, really important. You will not believe it. We need at least 88 pounds worth of oxygen into our body every day, minimum. And we need to breathe actually 21,000 breaths every day to be fit and healthy. If you're doing a shallow breath, we are not nourishing our body. We are not energizing our cells. So how we breathe is very important. So breathe, meditate. Yes, that's wonderful. To keep our mind in check, and being spiritual is so important. Now we're going to go moving towards very, very fast because we have taken a lot of time. So now we don't want to be spending a lot of time your Friday night and this. So physically healthy. Yes, how can we can be physically healthy? It's totally linked, definitely linked to our mental and spiritual health to be physically healthy, as we discussed just now. about it. Whatever we like, walking, jogging, cycling, we can do yoga, Pilates, dancing, whatever you want to do it, but please do it, do something about it. And I think you will stick with the things which you will really enjoy doing it. Don't take up any activity which you will not, you will say, oh, I want to do it, and then you will not stick with it. That's the important thing, is sticking. Do that hobby, do that activity or any sport or anything, exercise, physical activity, which you will enjoy, so you will stick with it. And if you don't like walking alone, then I think the best thing is have a buddy. Yes, tell them what your plan is and go together. And if you don't find anybody, do it yourself. Because sometimes in life you cannot depend on anybody. If you really want to look good, feel good, more energy, do it yourself. Yes, never depend on anybody. That's the motto of life. So lifestyle is really, and just like मैंने कहा, you will feel good when you are really physically healthy and in check. So we have looked into our physical health, your mental health, our spiritual health. But क्या होता है कि once we are in check mentally, physically, and spiritually, what is next is our hair, our clothes, and our skin. That also matters. Although all these things, what we have gone through, will be linked to our hair, to our clothes. We want to wear good clothes when we look good, and our skin. It will show on our skin if we'll have a glowing skin, if we are really physically healthy, happy, and psychologically we are not disturbed. So that will show on our face. And we have to be really comfortable in our skin. That's what is very important too. Be comfortable in your skin. That's so important. It doesn't matter what age you are. So I think we all are aging. So after 40, it doesn't matter what age you are. You have to really look after yourself. If we don't look after ourselves, who will? Remember, we are very important member of the household, which look after others. So we have to be really, really important that we look after ourselves so that we can look after our loved ones. So that is very important issue. And we have to have a mindset and our attitude towards ourselves. Don't never feel guilty about it, that, oh no, I should not do this because it's wasting time. I have to do this housework, I have to do this, I have to do this with children, with family, with work. We are always, the minute we wake up in the morning, we have a do list. I have to do this all the time, isn't it? Do we ever think, I have to do this thing for me today when we wake up? No, isn't it? So have a routine. Give yourself in 24 hours to yourself at least an hour, if not hour, half an hour, please. So that's really, it's not selfish, it's really important, because very important to be kind to yourself. When you're kind to yourself, you can be kind to others. And that's what yoga tells us, to be ahimsa. In ahimsa, that's the basic principle of ahimsa, is that. Other thing is, I think giving up is very, very, very easy in life. We can give up, can't be bothered. As I said, if the weather is not good, you can't be bothered getting out of the bed, isn't it? It happens. So don't give up, please. Yes, just challenge. And it's really important. Challenge yourself. And it's just, you have to do something about it. And just take care of yourself, which is very important. Our exteriors makes us feel good, look good, how we look from outside. Once we have looked from our inside with our health, physical health, mental health, and spirituality, which will reflect outside. But then from outside, we have to look after our body from outside, our hair, our skin, our clothes, which are so important, isn't it? So look in the mirror in the morning. सबसे पहले आप क्या कहोगे सुबह उठ के, मैं कितनी सुंदर हूँ, है ना? Say to yourself, I'm beautiful, I'm gorgeous. Don't wait for others to tell you, because you are. So remember that. Always, always say to yourself in the morning when you go for brushing your teeth, I'm beautiful. Yes. And I'm ready for the day. Yes. I'm so happy that I've seen this day, which is wonderful. Okay. So the important thing is skin now. We're talking about skin. For skin, how to look after our skin. Yes. I think we have to have a routine again. So give yourself time before going to bed. Every night, cleanse your skin. Yes. Tone your skin and have a moisturizer, but not too much. So that if you're putting too much, you're going to block your pores. We don't want that, isn't it? So everything is moderation, but cleansing is very important. And once in a month, at least once in a month, do your exfoliation, which is really important to remove your dead skin. So which will be really nice, glowing skin. You will have beautiful skin. So which is really important. So again, ये सारी मैं घर की बातें बता रही हूँ. Again, मैं कोई ऐसी चीजों को advertise नहीं कर रही हूँ. Whatever comes in your way, but just make a routine. What really suits your skin? So I think doing is important. Cleansing is important. Moisturizing is important. That's the important thing. And routine is very important. Sleeping in time is very important. Always give yourself time to have 8 to 10 hours, which is very important. चलो 10 hours नहीं सो सकते, 8 hours नहीं सो सकते, कम से कम 7 घंटे सोना जरूरी है, because it really shows in your skin and your face and your eyes, and your renewing of your cells is really important. And not only that, don't neglect your hands, which is so important, and neck. Yes. So don't forget them. They are part of your skin, part of your body, which are seen. And they are the first one we get neglected, isn't it? Because we are washing so many dishes, we are doing housework, we are doing so many things. Multitasking, yes, खाना बन रहा है, जैसे बर्तन धुल रहा है, कभी कुछ हो रहा है, कभी कुछ आ रहा है, 10 बारी हाथ धो रहे हैं, और आजकल खास तौर से कोविड के टाइम so many times we are just washing our hands. So I think it's really important that we moisturize our hands. Our neck is really important. But same time, you can use for the whole body, you can use the Nivea lotion, you can use actually Vaseline is very, very good, simple, cheap for lubricant, as for your lips, for your eyebrows. This is really nice. Moisturizing them is beautiful. And always remember to use dishwasher if you have lots of dishes, so that you're not washing them. And if you have to wash it very often, try to use gloves. Why not? They are not expensive. Wash them. It's just a matter of habit. Yes. Okay. और क्या कर सकते हैं हम? So remember, after 40, we have to be very careful. And then not only that, actually menopause starts playing the havoc on when we are 50s and 60s. So we have to be extra careful for ourselves, looking after our bones, ourselves, which is so important. Having and same time, we have to, not only that, we have to really avoid midday sun, which is not good for our skin. Yes. And poor nutrition actually makes our skin a little bit dull and boring. So we have to think about what we are having, nutrition in our skin, and drink plenty of water. As we always say, 8 to 10 glasses of water in the morning, especially in the morning, tried and tested. If you drink a glass of water, warm water with little bit apple cider, 1/4 spoon of apple cider in it, and drink first thing in the morning, and then do anything else, and that is really great. And now we are going to talk about a little bit about on dressing. Yes. Okay. Remember the dressing. Dressing क्या होता है कि हम जो है ना क्या करते हैं कि makes a lot of difference what you wear. Because first, पहले ही जब हम किसी को देखते हैं ना, हम देखते हैं क्या देखते हैं उनको, सबसे पहले उनकी देखते हैं उनकी ड्रेस क्या पहन रखी है ना, उनके हेयर क्या है, आंखें क्या हैं, ड्रेस क्या है, जूते क्या है ना, किसी को भी देखते हैं, होता है ना. So I think it's really, really important. That's our first introduction with anybody in life. It can be anybody, and that's our first introduction. So just wear comfortable clothes, wear what suits you, rather than just what is going in the fashion. Fashion might not suit, it might be for not for you, but you can always have a latest accessory, which makes a big difference. So it's not that you're still living in the past. You have still something, accessorize your clothes, what you have, beautiful clothes. You can mix and match with that. But remember, everybody's figure is different, body is different. Just because the fashion is there and you want to try it, it's not necessary that you should be having it. So I think if it suits you, fine. Yes, why not? But just because it's in fashion, I think we should not be just going for it. Other thing क्या होता है, कई बार लोग जो क्या करते हैं, बहुत अच्छे महंगे जो है, ऊपर की ड्रेस पहन लेते हैं, बढ़िया ब्रांड नेम्स एंड ऑल दैट, बट नीचे जूते बहुत गड़बड़ होते हैं, वो मैच ही नहीं करते उसके साथ, फिर फायदा क्या है ना? To look good, to feel good, you have to be totally good. So other thing is, it can be other way down though. अगर आपने जूते अच्छे पहन लिए हैं और ऊपर के ज्यादा महंगे कपड़े नहीं है, ब्रांड नेम नहीं है, फिर भी चलेगा. Because that's really important. Shoes are very, very important to be comfortable, to look good, to feel good. और क्या कर सकते हैं हम? अच्छा, your style is your identity. Remember, it's you. It's your unique personality. So that's very important, how you dress. You are a unique person. Wear your smile. That's more important than anything else. If you're a grumpy face having all that $1 million stuff, there's no point if you're not smiling. Wear your smile always with you. That's important. Yes. And it's free, remember. And you feel great. And you don't need a Botox because the cheeks will be up. Yes, when you smile. So it's really important to smile. Okay, ask yourself, yes, I look best for my age. Yes, that's what is important. You're comparing with yourself, with your own age, not with the 20-year-old or 18-year-old. That's what is important too. Don't compete with them. Just think about your age and are you looking, feeling, and that to your age. That's what is matters. So that's the important bit. और क्या कर सकते हैं? और क्या? अच्छा, अब हमने ये सब तो कर लिया. What about our food for feeling better? किन किन चीजों से हमको जो है really we feel good? Apples, blueberries, very antioxidants, yogurt, lentils, spinach, very, very good for dark circles underneath our eyes, wrinkles is very good. Quinoa is very good. Tomatoes are good. Oatmeal, whole grains, honey is very good. As we already discussed, water is really good for us. Nuts, avocado, antioxidant again, and anti-inflammatory also. And it's really good for your skin blemish ho jata hai na skin ke liye, usko it's really, really good. Bananas are very good for face puffiness, eye puffiness is really good. And nourish your body, but don't punish it. That's really important, not to punish your body. Be balanced. Don't deprive yourself of anything in life. Enjoy everything in small portions, in small quantities. Life is for living. Always remember that. Life is for living. So that's always remember that. First thing we notice when we see someone as I emphasized before, talked about it, as hair, eyes, and smile and shoes. Yes. So we create first impression of a person, isn't it? So hair, कैसे हम अपने बालों को रखें? Trim hair every 2 to 3 weeks to keep them fresh and good, healthy. Keep style fresh and modern. Yes. I think, and don't rub too hard when you're shampooing your hair, and don't use too hot water. It's not good for your hair follicles. And don't rub too hard because really damages and makes your hair fall. So it's really important to be lukewarm water, but same time, gently with your fingertips, massage your scalp. And always alternate your shampoos. Try to have 2 shampoos always, because what happens if we are using all the time same shampoo, residual is left. So it's good to have alternate different shampoos so that that residue doesn't collect in your scalp, which is so important. And don't worry about losing your hair. Every 4 to 5 years, there is a new hair growth comes up. You lose that hair which is on your head every 4 to 5 years. And rinse your hair again with vinegar, which is very refreshing. It makes your hair shine and beautiful. Mix vinegar with a little bit of honey and rinse it. Or occasionally, again, you can change it with lemon juice, which is really, really wonderful, very, very good for us. So these things are really important. And head oil massage is very important again. So try to do your head oil massage with coconut oil, with this olive oil, and you can do it with argan oil. Argan oil is expensive though, but it's top oil. So put some gentle massage, leave it for a half an hour, put it underneath the cap of your this shower cap, so it's really goes into the really in your hair follicles, and it's really good for your hair and scalp. Gentle massage, and then wash your hair, and that's with a mild shampoo, not too with pH factors or too high or something. May watch that. हाँ जी, अब आ गई मेकअप की बात. मेकअप मेकअप हम क्यों पहनते हैं? मेकअप हम कहते हैं जो हमारी अपनी जो भी है उसको एनहेंस करना, ना कि जो अच्छी चीजें उनको जो है हम दबा दें और जो अच्छी चीज नहीं उनको उभार दें. So that's the important thing in makeup. It's really important. So not to wear makeup, but not the mask. That's really important. Blend it well. If you're putting really beautiful, and this blends really well, that's the important thing. And always cover your neck also, and have a mild makeup in the daytime and a little bit more stronger in the evening. Try, if you're making your eyes darker, keep your lips less dark. So if you're having a really dark eyes, try to have lighter lipstick. And if you're having a really red lipstick, then have your eyes a little bit lighter. That's the trick. Don't make too everything dark, because then you will look like not very good. Okay, and concealers are very good. Very, very good. Light concealers are very good underneath your eyes, which will help you and make you less tired. And eyebrows are really important on top of that. Eyebrows actually frames your face, which is so important, because that's really important. So don't make it too dark. Don't be too bold with the pencil. That's the important bit. Take it easy with the pencil. And if you're, again, with your eyes, try to either put your kohl only down or up, but not both, unless it's really you're focusing on your eyes and it's a night time. So that's the important bit. और क्या है? हाँ जी, मैं बोलती जा रही हूँ. हाँ जी. Bring laughter to your life. That's the most important thing. Yes, to feel good and look good. हाँ जी. और क्या है? Don't change too many things in one go. Yes, because that will be difficult for you and for others. And if you are eased with yourself, it shows on you. Yes, it shows if you are eased with yourself. Believe in yourself. Yes. Surround yourself with young-hearted people who are young at heart, not by age, but young at heart. Yes, themselves. Think what you can do, not what you can't do. And keep inventing yourself always. Yes. Don't make your life become dormant or dull. Just always learn something new. Always think, whatever you think you want to learn, do it. Learning really makes you refresh and keep going. So keep learning new things, keep you fresh and good, and it's lovely. So I would say is just enjoy life and be happy. So when you are happy, you mind things, you're happy and you feel good. So tell your mind, I'm happy. Thank you. Any questions?
This is wow. Manjulika ji, आपने हमारा तो virtual transformation ही कर दिया. It's like, an absolute sort of, whistle stop tour of, what they basically teach at finishing school, in Switzerland, for example, how you can do so many things to transform your existing personality, your existing features, and your existing gifts, so to say. that in itself is amazing. And coming from a person like yourself, who's obviously been able to be in so many media channels, media outlets, if I may say, this is a compliment. You are a living example of a person who's practicing your way of being. And I think a great inspiration to a lot of us. मैंने भी यहाँ पे आज सीखा है. And I will be definitely putting into practice. Let's open the floor. For those of us who can come on camera, wonderful. If you can't come on camera, at least then unmute yourself. And questions for Manjulika ji, please. Who's going to start? Wonderful. Saroji, hello.
Hi, Manjuli ji. You are so enlightening. It's beautiful the way you describe everything, and it was like, ongoing. You didn't have to, wait for your breath. It just came and it just came, and it was really lovely, I must say. I see you every day. Your hair is tied up, but today you've let your hair down. It's so long and beautiful. You haven't dyed it to, show that you're aging, And it's lovely. It's lovely to meet people like you, because I'm senior as well, compared to quite a lot on the column that we have here.
And guess what? I have to say this, Saroji, just can we all draw our attention to Rashmi ji? Rashmi ji, just for a minute, if you don't mind, I'm just going to say, hello, wonderful. You're obviously joining us from a very unusual location. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining in and obviously hosting. I mean, not only joining in, but hosting the session in the first place. You are so brave. It's unbelievable, actually. So everybody, wish you a safe journey, of course. In the meantime. Just about hear you, but that's we got a lovely thank you there.
I just want to say that we are going to have Manjulika again. On 1st of October.
Yes, I will put that. I'll just double that in the chat box. No problem, Rashmi ji. So have a safe journey and take care. And in the meantime, we now have Manju ji. You have muted your phone. Saroji, if you had any further question, please feel free to ask.
That was absolutely wonderful.
Yes, it was.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Wow, serenity there. Serene smile aapki hai, Manju ji. You have. So we have Manjulika ji and we have Manju ji. Isn't that amazing?
मुझे घर में मंजू ही कहते हैं.
Oh.
My parents used to call me Manju.
Wonderful.
Nice.
So wonderful.
Yes. Everything you said, you're a living example of that. Everything that you've said, it shows you put it into practice.
Yes. Thank you. Yes,
Wonderful.
I do.
Yes.
I do.
Putting into practice. So thank you so much, Manju ji. One thing that I really learned, and I learned from our daughter, Nikita is 11 and a half. And I just learned a little thing that when I would go to collect her from nursery, the days I could manage to collect her, other days I had hospital shifts and, we would have help to collect her. But the main thing is that she would say, Mama, I love it when you put your lipstick and you come and collect me.
Oh.
So lovely.
My children love that. Mom to look good.
It's amazing.
Children appreciate when you look good.
Absolutely, Manjulika ji. And, I think as a fellow parent and of course grandparent, if I may say, on your side, मुझे वही समझ में आया कि my daughter is noticing that I'm putting lipstick on the days, putting. And I said, Nikita, you noticed that Mama's putting lipstick? It's like, yes, Mama, it brightens you. It makes me feel happy. So, wow. Yeah. If I want to be a presentable mom, I'm going to make that I'm a presentable mom. And believe you me, there are days, I'll tell you, even as a doctor, And just Diana, it's a certain days, when you've had a long day before, or it's, not been the best day, there are challenges and things, I just change my state, I have a shower, jaldi shower leke, and then, just wear some fresh clothes. It almost like gives us like another sort of, lease of
instant.
lipstick laga ke, just थोड़ा सा काजल लगा के, and then, you're ready to face the world. Almost.
Dr. Meena, you got a very fair skin. So obviously when you put lipstick, it brightens, it brings it out. Maybe that's why your daughter is saying, put some lipstick on, mom.
Actually, that's true. And let me be honest to you. I actually, when I was in my student days, basically, my younger sister, you would always say to me, Minha, you look like a sadhu, because I was so, I mean, literally all my books, I used to wear big glasses, and she would basically just, sort of say, Minha, think of yourself, a little bit more. I would jeans, t-shirt, panke, student life, and that was about it. But now I realize I have to be a role model for my daughter. That's my personal, everybody's different, yeah? Everyone's
very true.
But
very true.
Well, Manjulika ji, I was just going to, just if you don't mind, just going back to, the really amazing tips you were mentioning. When you said surround ourselves with good people, that sometimes it's easy to do, possible. Sometimes it is not so easy to surround ourselves with good people because, hamari zindagi mein shayad sometimes we do go through a stormy time. I'm just wondering, and of course, feeling, free to sort of, answer this, from your experience, without perhaps giving too much, depending on how much you'd like to share. Aapne aapke jo stormy times kaise navigate kiye?
I think the main thing is first to know that these things annoy you, or these things will come in life. That's very important, to be realistic. These things will come to your life and they will pass. And as I said, do your best in those circumstances, do your best. That's the important thing. First, assess yourself whether you really can deal with it or not. And it has come very tough challenges in my life. So it's not that I probably had the worst ones in my life. But I will say the main thing is thinking about it, that can I do something about it? If I can do something about it, do your best. Do your best ability. And if you can't, just accept it and move on. Acceptance is very hard for people. And that's the problem when we are struggling within ourselves for that, because we haven't compromised within ourselves. And that's the most difficult thing. Once we conquer that, fight within ourselves, then we have won. We have no problem. We are at peace within ourselves and we can deal with it. So think that. So always think, can I go all the way through with this difficult thing, or I can't? I have in my hand control or not. If you have control, do everything. If you have no control, let it go. Accept it and move on.
Wow. We're having such nice comments coming through here. It's wonderful to sort of talk about this discussion that we've had here. Control and acceptance, basically. Control and acceptance. Sometimes, let me be honest, we also think of...
And patience. Patience is very important. Patience. We lose patience very quickly in life. But these things will come when we start meditating, when we start being peaceful within ourselves, when we know that we have a strength within us to face that and tolerate. The patience is important. That time will pass.
Wow.
And you will be coming out of it stronger.
Control, acceptance, and to have patience.
Yes, patience is amazing. Amazing.
Also this other...
Because what happens, we react. Anything happens in life, we react. We don't give ourselves even a time to even think. We are react. Because if somebody has been like, I'm just saying example, you know somebody was really bad to you for no reason every time. So the minute you start seeing their face, you start having all this aura around you. You start behaving differently because you know that person is not nice and coming near you. It's an aura, what they are going to tell you, what will happen. So all this anxiety is developing in your head. But once you learn that this person is that kind, you have accepted, so you go beyond that. You still be what you are. You don't change because of them. That's important. You are what you are, calm, peaceful, restful. That's what you are. If they are being agitated, angry, it will pass over you. Nothing will happen to you. And even that person is actually going to be upset, angry why they did it. So it's a vicious circle in that. So you just don't change just because of somebody else. Yes, you do your best. Be calm and restful. I think it's learning. It's very important to learn, know what is really bothering you, who bothers you, who troubles you, what you can go through, what you can't, how you manage yourself. So patience, not reaction. No reaction. Patience. Have a deep breath that time when it happens. Next time, 3 deep breaths. And just walk away. Smile it off. Laugh it off. Remember, wearing a smile is the best we can wear. So that's important. Mm-hmm.
Should we all just take a beautiful deep breath on this very, very moment? And perhaps just as a closing remark, if we would like to be able.
First of all, I would like to say thank you so much for hosting it so well. You are excellent. And thank you to all the people who joined us today. I think you can tell all the names. I have to go very near to find out the names.
We have.
And it's so kind of you to join me from America, from Harrow, from Kent, Manchester. Thank you so much. Enjoy your evening and enjoy your weekend. I hope to see you on Monday.
Thank you, Manjulika ji. Thank you very much.
We can unmute our, if you don't mind, chalo hum unmute kare. And just to say, we had a big love heart coming from Rashmi ji there. Thank you, Rashmi ji. I've seen the love heart. Humne dekh liya hai. And
thank you.
Jai Shri also, Surinder ji, Jaya ji, Ranjit ji, Alka ji, and Indira ji from America as well. वो तो बताना ही होगा ना कि we have so many speakers and well for this program and so many people in the audience from all over the world. We have Sheila ji, wonderful. There we have a wave from Jay Shri, Ben, Saroji, Manju ji, and of course, last but not the least, but Manjulika ji. This is amazing. I really feel that I have learned so much. I have had this beautiful community of people online, people I'd never have met. And yet we are here in this space meeting. Chalo, let's do something. Let's just hum parosan at this point in time. Manjulika ji, what's the plural of parosan? Parosan, yeah? You have to keep my Hindi right. Yeah, parosan.
Padosis.
Chalo,
hum
nahi parosan. Okay. So just to say that, you know what, let's just make a little promise to ourselves कि आज हम है ना इतने सारे tips हमें मिले हैं 100 tips 100 tips तो मिले होंगे absolutely इसमें से हम एक tip which we have not used before or not done before we can be able to apply that promise करके अपने आप को मन से दिल से absolutely commit to yourself, whether it means having an extra glass of water, Chalo, I'm going to have extra water. Or so many of the other tips that Manjulika ji said, wo thoda karke dekhiye and you will see the magic that will come in your life. And it's never too late never too late. I believe so much in what Manjulika ji has said, invest now, क्योंकि कहते हैं ना, जो आज है ना, वो, it was yesterday. It's the tomorrow of yesterday. And what is today is the yesterday of the future. So what I'm trying to say is basically, never too late. Never too late. Whether you are, in your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, or even beyond. On that note, हमें आज्ञा दीजिए. Thank you so much again. And I know we finished a bit later on, but Rashmi ji just said, she said, thank you so much.
Thank you very
and
much.
God bless.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Meena. Thank you so much.
Thank you
You
so
Thank
much.
you.
Great job.
Just bear
Thank
it up.
both
Just
of you,
bear it
both
up.
of you.
Take care.
Thank you,
You're
Manjulika
very
ji.
good.
Thank you.
Okay, all the
Thank
best.
you, Dr. Meena. Thank you.
Lots of light and love and happiness.
Bye, Manju. Bye.
Nice weekend. Nice